See, the flange just nips the wire of the undercarriage. Let's go and do the second one. There we have both the wheels on. Yeah. So that's this part. Now we put in the horizontal stabiliser. So the horn's here. So it goes in that way because this is the push rod for it. Quite a tight fit. I'm just going to take this paint off here. This is what I've done. I always do it. I don't know if it's absolutely necessary. I've scraped away the paint. And I'll have to admit, it was pretty sick paint. It took some doing with my scalpel blade, but I've cleared a lot of the paint away from here. So the glue's got a chance of actually chemically reacting with the foam, because it's not paint glue, it's foam glue. I've got to do the same in here, so I'll get this bit done now. Right, well that's done the best I can do it. I'll be honest, I was causing a bit of damage trying to scrape the paint off. It's pretty thick in there, but I've got some exposed foam which this will bite into, and it's got a little key which will lock it in place, so I'm pretty happy. So I'm just going to put glue on that and get it shoved in there and lined up. That's on. Let that sit and dry. Yeah, that's the next step, is to connect it. I'll wait until it's dry, and then we put the main wings on, which I'm not going to do. What I will do is I will glue all the rockets and the pods onto the main wing first. So these two are not marked left or right, but you can sort of see where they go, and you can try fit them. 5 of these are marked with an L. 7 of these didn't have any marks on. Now there's 6 per wing, so one of these has to come over to the left side. And I've checked the angle of the connector, and I think I've found it. So these are all lefts now, plus a rogue one that might be a left. These are all the right side, because they don't have any L on them. They don't have an R on them, but they don't have an L. And of course that one just goes straight in the middle. The instructions actually say, please note that the smoke canisters, they call them smoke canisters, are marked with L and R, which they're not. But it's no biggie. Anyone with a little bit of modelling sense will be able to work it out. So I'm going to stick all the missiles and bombs and everything on it. What I do is, I don't know if it's really essential or not, but I scrape the paint away. And then I rough up and scrape as much of this away, the paint here, which is quite thick I might add. And then that allows the glue to actually contact foam. It's not 100%, but it's enough to glue it in place. There we are. We're going to do these. And I believe the one I've got here fits perfectly there. Yep. You just get a feel for when they're in the right place. And they're in the right place. And what I mean by that is if I was to take this one and move it over here, it doesn't quite sit as well. There's a bit of a curvature on it, so it would be at an angle. So I'm doing the right wing little rockets, and I've noticed they've got this step on every mount. Now that's actually there so they can mount over the servo, but it doesn't matter which one you use because they've all got it on the mount, so you can just put them in any way you like. There's no specific order. There it is, all the ordnance have been loaded. Something I would like to point out: the clearance between one of these rockets and the left servo arm is pretty minute. Can you see that in there? I mean, it's clearing it, but my goodness, that's a couple of mil, I should think. So then we're supposed to shove the guns on. I'll leave those till last. So it's a question of getting the wings on, I suppose. Right, there it is. Wing on, all done up. Ordnance on both wings. So I'll turn it over onto this side and I can connect the elevator. I didn't have to touch this clevis. I literally connected it to the horn and the elevator is level. Same as the rudder. I'm looking down the rudder and it's dead level. The only thing I would say is that the wheel isn't, but it's a bit wibbly wobbly anyway. And that's it. So I'm using the Spectrum. I always use Spectrum unless it's a lemon. And I use the lemon because it's got a stabiliser built into it, but this is the Spectrum AR620, 6-channel. I'll connect it all up into here. I'm not going to fit it down yet. Okay, so I'm ready to bind. I'm not taking this prop off. I should, but I'm going to turn it away from me. So if it does kick off, my hands aren't near it. I've got one of these Nanotech 850 milliamp hour, 3-cell 11.1 volts, which is the recommended battery. So I actually have this battery. This is the battery I use in my superkinetic glider, sports glider, the Tempest and the Mustang. They're all 800 millimeters. I also have these, but I haven't used them in them yet. These are 800.